Hey everybody, it's David Duford at Duford Insurance Group, where I train and recruit agents nationally to sell things like final expense and Medicare, both face-to-face and over the phone. Thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to give you a breakdown on the differences between setting appointments on your own or outsourcing appointment setting in the final expense arena, and kind of considering the pros and cons of both to help you decide if outsourcing or doing it yourself is the better solution. So the first benefit to doing it yourself is the control. When you are controlling the process of setting your own appointments, you get immediate feedback on what you're doing right and what you can do better, and get a lot more improved faster than I think if you had outsourced the opportunity to somebody else. Because the other aspect that you experience when you outsource it is that even if the outsourced appointment setter is good at their job, they're usually never going to be as good as you. And what that leads to more often than not, as you being the appointment setter, is you're going to book more of your appointments than the outsourced appointment setter will, simply because of your knowledge of the business, your confidence, and truly, and to a large extent, because you've invested your money in the final expense leads. As far as the benefits of outsourcing, I think there's a leverage aspect that you get that you don't quite get when you're setting appointments on your own. When you outsource appointment setting, you free up the time that it would normally take to set appointments. And that time gives you more opportunity to run more appointments that somebody else has set, as well as run more door knocks so that you can run more appointments that would never answer the phone anyway. And one of the benefits there, obviously, is that you have an increased capacity to run more appointments and to see more people than had you had done it on your own. And of course, when you outsource the appointment setting process, you offload what many feel is the most painstaking and frustrating activity of this business, which is picking up that dreaded phone and talking to people, getting rejected, dealing with the phone stuff, and offsetting it or offloading it to somebody else. For a lot of people, that's a huge relief. I know it was with me, as I started in this business with an appointment setter. And having not to do that responsibility for a lot of people is an instant relief. People feel better, they're not as stressed about it, and then, like I said, they can go run more appointments because of it. So for me personally, like I said, when I first started in this business, I hired immediately an appointment setter. My first thought about it was I hated calling on the phone. And second of all, the way I logically justified my emotion is that I thought, well, if I outsource this, I can run more appointments, I can door knock more, and this is something that my appointment setter couldn't get anyway, so I think it's a good deal. And I'm glad that I did it, because I've always had an appointment setter as a full-time producer. I wouldn't have changed it for anything. It made a huge difference in my career. And one thing, a couple of tips I'll give you if you're looking for your own appointment setter. First of all, there's not really any kind of services really anymore that I know of that are super good. There used to be earlier on, but all of them have kind of tapped out or they're at capacity. What I would recommend you to do anyway, which actually is the best way, is to go on a freelance website like Upwork.com, put an ad out for an appointment setter, and you'll be surprised at how many people will be reaching out to you wanting to do your appointment setting for you. You can find people who are affordable, who will do a decent enough job. And the good news is that when you take somebody on and they're yours and you train them, you don't have to share them with another agent. This is how a lot of other appointment setting firms go, and you just don't get the same level of support that you would get on your own if you hired your own person. I did this every single time that I needed a new appointment setter, and what I found is that the quality was better, the lifetime of the agent calling for me or the appointment setter calling for me lasted a lot longer than the appointment setters that I'd used in the past. And the experience is overall a positive one. Sometimes you got to flush a few out to find the good ones. So you don't want to necessarily pick the first one. You want to kind of screen them, maybe put them on a probation period for a week or a day even to see how they actually perform. And if they don't do well, you just toss them out and you find one that works. And that process has worked every single time for, again, many of the years that I needed to hire appointment setters. I'm also going to throw a link above and below where I have a more detailed appointment setting guide that will help you again, go through the process of finding an appointment setter, teach you how to place the ad, what to look for, how to train them, give you a suggested script to call. So make sure you check that out. It's super useful. I send this to my agents a lot who need help with hiring an appointment setter. So click the links above or below to learn more. And if you'd like to learn more about my agency, go to the link above or below and you'll see an FAQ page at the top right side of the page. and that'll show you more about how my agency works to give you an idea if working with my organization is a good fit for you. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video and this channel if you like what you see. Leave a comment if you have any thoughts or concerns. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye.